that your friends, your family, your environment, just pretty much anything that you deal with is doing wonderful, just as you are. So, I send you blessings and positivity as you're reaching this channel. So, for today, I wasn't able to go on the last couple of days. You know the deal. And I'm not even gonna go over it again. She keeps saying that it's not healthy, it's not good, it's not productive spiritually. But nevertheless, okay, what I was concerned about was the lighting, but I opened this and it's good and beautiful. So, as I said, I hope you guys are great. I hope you're wonderful. And for today, I wanted to let me see if I can log in to see. I might not be close enough so I can see. Oh Lord, this is not even turning on. That's not good. Wow. Are you serious? Well, I hope you guys are able to listen because you can see where I'm at. So I'm not really inside, so I'm not able to test. So I'm hoping that you can hear me and that things are going well. I'm sure it's working out. Um, so as you can see, the title referred to sometimes you just gotta be crazy, or you gotta be crazy at times. This is referring to. I need. Oh, how did I happen to take the empty one instead? Pardon me. You know, you gotta keep your water near, you know. I don't know how I left my cup. Um, okay. So, this is following up, some conversation, of course, with people sometimes that get scared. People get concerned the minute that something is not going on the way they wanted it to. Is this too much lighting? Let me see something. Gosh, it doesn't even matter. I think yes, it might be better. Yeah, for here, it might be better. Um, yes, sometimes I was sharing with them, you have got to be a bit crazy. In what way do I mean that? I don't mean it in the way that people may mean it at times. People are just calling you, you're just stupid, you're just crazy. I don't mean it that way. However, I mean it in the way of sometimes you may have an idea. Um, excuse me, I'm having a hiccup too. That's not cool. Sometimes, you may have ideas of things that sometimes people just don't believe you. They just don't think it's gonna work out. And as a matter of fact, nearly everything I think people think it's not gonna work out. And at the end, it works out. When people wanted to do fast food, I'm sure they told them it was just a stupid idea. It's not gonna work out. Um, you know, everything, so many things. I wish sometimes, I have kept on with a lot of ideas that I've had, but a lot of times I was trying not to leave people behind. And so I was trying to include them in everything that I have because I've accomplished so many things. And they were always like, oh, you didn't tell me, you didn't tell me. And then so I told them when I was doing other projects. And then they keep holding on, you know, holding me back to the point that I end up missing out on my opportunities. Okay. So that wasn't cool, but I know better now. I knew better then too, but since I always feel bad for people, especially those who just don't know how to get ahead sometimes. And so I was always trying to, like, every business, everything that I try to start, I always try to get them involved. And the more I try to get people involved, the worse it was for me. It was like so much grief, so much um annoyance, having to, like, calling them all the time, trying to include them. And one second they were desperate to be on with me, and then the next second they start being discouraged. They don't know if it's gonna work out. I mean, should we try something else? You haven't even tried the first thing. Why you want to try something else? you know so it could be something as simple as a notebook. You could say, you know what, I'm gonna create a notebook for people who have ideas. So, sometimes you're in the car and then some idea just pop up into your head. I don't know why my voice is all. I guess it was very windy, and yeah, it could be why. So, and then of course I drink something frozen too. Go figure. So you could have wanted to come up with a notebook that people, whenever they have ideas in the car, and they can just write down the date and the idea. Simple. But then you try to include other people. I mean, you sure people have ideas? I mean, it happens to you all the time. Why are you asking me if people are interested? And then guess what? They don't listen. So you go ahead, you create your own thing, and you leave them behind. See how pretty that is? A simple little notebook for people who are running, who are driving, or you may be keeping it at home. I keep this in my car because I have other ones at home. But just something like that, I mean, if you're like Tesla, you're having wonderful ideas. You don't want to leave it, maybe you don't want to leave it in the car. I mean, unless you have like a real good secured car, maybe you don't want to leave it in the car, depending where you live. So maybe you just want to carry it with you everywhere you go, and that's fine too. So however it works for you, use it that way. But I'm saying this because sometimes, you know, you might have ideas and people don't understand you, and you might have to move forward with that idea. You might have to ignore them. You might have to pass them. You might have to um, erase them, because sometimes people don't get you until you succeed. It's just like sometimes people are not happy until they get some money. If they're praying for money, they wanted money, they need money, for whatever, to relocate, to get a new house, to get a new apartment, to get um, a new car, to get a new kitchen. It could be whatever you need this money for. And so you're like, what am I gonna do? I don't have the money. And now they start being sad, and now they're upset, and they're blaming the entire world of why they don't have the money right now. While if they wanted to manifest that money, all they have to do is start putting themselves in the situation where if you were to get that money today, how would you feel? If you wanted that $10,000 for a new beautiful kitchen, and now here you are with 11,000, with 12,000, you got exactly the money and some more. How would you feel? Would you be upset? Would you be sad? Would you be angry? Would you be mad? How would you feel if you were to get exactly what you wanted and some more? You'd be happy, right? You'd maybe want to like jump up and down, like, yes, yay, oh my God, I got it, I got it. You know, if you had that money, let's see, if you had that money, right? I'm trying to like grab a couple of them. If you got that money, you would like, yes, I got it, I got it. I got all the money in the world. I got all the money in the world. I got all the money I needed. And you would be so happy if you were to just receive a check in the mail and you don't even know where the check, why the check is coming to you, what it's about. Um, so it could be like, oh, we overcharge you for something. This money we've been looking for you. This money you earned it. There was like a lawsuit, maybe something you used. Maybe you bought a car and there was an issue with the car. Maybe whatever it is that you got, and it's like, what are you gonna do? So the idea is, I don't know if you follow Neville Goddard, or if you have any work from Abdullah, which is the person from Ethiopia that Neville Goddard learned from. And you'd be really happy if you got it. So what we have to do, and what you have to do, what I have to do, is every time that you want something and you don't yet have it, put yourself in the situation of, what if I had gotten everything I was looking for today? How would I feel? And you put yourself in the situation. Listen, I got what I'm looking for. Everything I wanted, I got it. So what do we do now? You keep being in the feeling. Because people find it difficult to manifest things that they're looking for, to get the little things. Start small, because sometimes people just want to they want to manifest a mountain behind their house. It's not gonna happen, because this is something you're new at it and you don't even believe in it. When you wake up in the morning and you don't see any mountain behind your house, you're going to be like, exactly. That's exactly what I thought. It wasn't going to happen. No, of course it's not going to happen. But you can sit back in your house. If you really want to try it, you could sit back and you can think of things like, oh my God, I needed to call Marie. I haven't called Marie. I need to call her. I need to call her. And you could just say it once, say it twice, say it 3 times, up to you. And if you're honest about reaching out to Marie, and somehow, some way, before you even call her, she will call you. Why? Because you were honest about reaching out to her. You said you wanted to reach out to her, and you don't have any ill intent about reaching out to her, and then boom, she'll show up. She'll show up. She'll call you. She'll be like, hey, I'm actually in your town today. Can we talk? And you'll be surprised. You'd be like, oh my God, I was just thinking about you and you call me today. This is crazy. This is, you think anything about it but natural, but it is actually natural. Things like that do happen, where you wanted to speak to someone, or you wanted to eat certain food, and out of the blue someone will bring that food to you, or if you are living in a house with other people, or another person, they will make that food for you as a surprise or something. uh I mean, I am saying this, I'm saying this to you. I know that manifesting things are not impossible because I have done it. I have manifested so many things. Sometimes too, people believe that to manifest something, it's got to be free. It's got to be free. Sometimes it might not be free. Let's say you wanted a car and you went everywhere. Like when I was looking for this car after, there's another video I was supposed to share, but I'm still thinking about it, to kind of explain how I got to that car, but I'm still thinking about it, you know. Um Maybe I mentioned it before. Maybe I mentioned it, I didn't share the video. So I mean, there are so many things. Like sometimes, like I was saying, um even if you manifest something, let's say you manifest a car or a house, you might not manifest it 100% free, because I mean, it's a big thing that you're going to be using. Don't think like, as I'm saying, it's not free, that doesn't mean that you cannot manifest a car for free. you know it could have been exactly the car you wanted. You went to the mall, you signed something, or your kid signed you up for something. Next thing you know, you win. It can be something like that. That happened to someone who wanted a car, and her daughter, a teenager, of course, went and signed her up. um and she won. She won a car, the car that they were looking for, and they at the time could not afford. Other times people have manifested groceries. Sometimes when the stores, they would have like, you know something going on. They're like, if someone does, okay, the car finally turned off. It was on for so long. Let me remove this cane out of the way. um Hopefully the alarm doesn't go off. So there are so many things that honestly you can manifest. It could be like, for example, you could manifest a car in a way that you were looking for a long time. You couldn't find it. You couldn't get it everywhere that you went. People try to scam you, and then you went somewhere, someone was super nice, they gave you a good deal, they looked out for you, and then instead of you spending weeks and months looking for a car, and you were done. So this is also part of manifestation. Manifestation is not only like, it's not solely receiving free stuff. That's not what the idea is about. But the idea is about getting the stuff that you need and get it at a point that you can afford, or even less than you can afford, or part of it could be free, or the entire thing could be free. um the manifesting is like you finding what you're looking for. you know you finding the thing that you wanted, so now you don't have to kill yourself. You could be like, you wanted an apartment, and all of a sudden, I remember when there was an issue, we had to leave. It's like we had like between 12 to 24 hours to maybe 48 hours to live. Imagine upstairs, downstairs with a baby, you know? And we had to leave like right away. It's like I mean, it wasn't right away, but it felt like it was like right away, because it was just like, I think maybe like 48 hours or something. So can you imagine finding a place in 48 hours? Some people can't even do it in a week. Some people have been looking for a month, they can find a place. And imagine in the same day, in one day, I found a place, went, put my deposit down, came back the next day, finalizing the papers, and the next day I had my appointment. My apartment. How is this possible? Because the move was so quick, you know. So I'm good. It was so quick, it was done, and we moved on. And it was good. They had a pool, they much more amenities comparing to before. I had a front lake, but I wouldn't swim in it. So, you know, um, it's just to say that sometimes manifesting things, it's like people think like manifesting things is only when you get stuff for free. It's not only when you get stuff for free, but sometimes it's to get what you're looking for. I needed a place, I couldn't find a place, I'm going up and down, and everybody has opinions. When people are not going through stuff, it's like they have an idea, but their idea obviously confirms that you haven't been through anything. You have not been through the process that I'm going through right now. So, you can manifest the stuff that you're looking for. So, again, I say you got to be crazy sometimes, because you might have ideas that people don't understand. You might want to do stuff that people don't get. They don't get where you're coming from with this idea. They don't understand where you're coming from. When Walt Disney um, presented his plans for Disney World, they didn't understand him. They thought he was crazy. He got kicked out of places. You know, they're like a mouse, whatever, all these cartoon characters, Mickey Mouse and this and that. What are you talking? Get out of here. And they kicked him out, literally. Some people were just like pushing him out of there, because they're like, where is he getting these stupid ideas from? A world where children will enjoy, and what are you talking? Get out of here. And, people didn't get him, just like Apple. People didn't get them. A tablet you're going to hold in your hand, bigger than a phone, like you're going to use it. They were just like, oh, that would never work. And then I think the first day of the sale, people were like outside waiting, but they said it was never going to work. So it's just to tell you, you will have an idea. You are going to have some ideas that people will not get you. Okay? You will certainly have some ideas. You're going to have some ideas that people don't get you. And it's okay. And all you have to do is move forward with your plan. The only thing that can happen is you might succeed or you may fail. What's you call it? The trio, Beyonce. What's that group name? Oh my God! Don't come for me. All that's coming in my head is Dark Child. Okay, don't come for me, but you see what I'm talking about. Okay, Beyonce and the group, whatever. I wasn't in it, so don't blame me if I can't remember. I know some Haitian girl went in there, but that wasn't me. Okay, and so them too, people were like, oh, group, we've had enough of them. We've had so many groups before of three, four girls, and it's not gonna work out because the girls are not gonna get along. And they came up with all kind of excuses. But look at them today. They're blowing up the charts. Even single, even separately, they still like a powerhouse. So it's just to say you're gonna have ideas that people don't get. The people that's supposed to get it, they will come. They will come. So all you have to do in this instance, like my son like to say, this instance when he was a baby, when he wants his food, it's like this instance, not later. Because I had the tendency of always like, okay, 1 second, let me go. No, this instance. So I'm telling you, this instance, the person might not immediately show up, but they will show up. And even if they don't show up, you just got to keep pushing it so you could get to where you need to. You could reach the crowd you need to, because it's no joke. It's just something. It's difficult. It's hard. People shut you down. People don't understand you. They're not being nice to you. you know but you just have to keep pushing, you know keep pushing, and eventually you're going to get there. You're going to get where you're supposed to. um yeah. So sometimes, as I said, you just have to be crazy, because some stuff, for you to accomplish them, you must be crazy. You got to be crazy, because people are not just going to get you overnight. People are just not going to get you the first time you tell them. Mm. People are not going to get you the first time you tell them. You might have to tell them a couple times. You might have to um get the right people who understand you, um as team players, you know and even when they don't get you, you just got to keep going. I remember I wanted to do classes online, and this is why my company was called My Little Workshop, because I was just going to do mini workshops online for for mothers, single mothers, or just people who just don't have time to go sit in a classroom. And they were just like, oh, I don't think so. And that was the early time of internet. So of course it wasn't gonna happen according to them. And then eventually, although now I'm like rebuilding my stuff, but imagine if I had done it when I said I would, you know, it would have been wonderful now. But now you see so many, everybody's falling into like mini courses, even companies, even schools now, they offer certificate program, because they realize people are not um so interested in school anymore. A lot of people are just like dropping out to just take a course. They take one course and they become a professional at something, and they move on. Like computer, you want to build website, you don't want to go to school 4 years. You just want to build website. So you go, you take some course um about it, some short course about it, and you did it and you moved on, you know so it's just like I mean, so many things, even writing. Maybe the person just wanted to do some creative writing or some therapy writing, and they didn't want all that. They just wanted that part of it to implement in their coaching business or in their whatever business. They don't want a 4-year degree. They just want that section. That's it, you know? And that's what they did. They went and they get a shortcut course, and they're able to continue moving on with their business and things get better, and they don't have to they didn't have to feel like they had to go through the process of so much stress, just to get something as small as just like, one thing or two things. So yeah, you got to be crazy sometimes. If you're a Christian, sometimes you got to be crazy. You got to ask your God some things that haven't been asked before, and people will see you funny when you're asking for things, when your prayer is different than theirs, or sometimes when they see you dancing, but they have no clue what your testimony is. They don't have any clue of what you've been through that causes you to be so happy. So, no matter what religion you are, you just got to be crazy sometimes. Whatever it is, whoever it is that you pray to, and whatever it is too, because sometimes people pray to trees, they pray to things, so we call it, but they're still alive too. Um, so sometimes we gotta take bigger steps. We gotta be willing to take challenging steps. Be willing to take a step that no one else has taken before. A step that no one else has been willing to take before, and to be daring enough to wait for the outcome. Because a lot of times, because people haven't done something before, when you're wanting to do it, everybody try to discourage you. They're like, oh my God, you're gonna like do hot wings? People don't like spicy. People only do barbecue. And you're like, well, let's see. And then you do it every Saturday. There's a line from here to Jersey. People are calling up over the phone to like get their orders in, because it's just like the orders just too much. It's like overwhelming, the response is overwhelming. So, excuse me. The only reason you're not being supported today, hold on, I had a quick call. Okay. The only reason you're not being supported today is that you haven't done anything. So do something. Do something that is different. Don't be afraid to do something that's different. People like different sometimes. So you go ahead, you do what you got to do. And until next time, hopefully I get to hear about it. Just be crazy, be daring, do what you have to do. As long as it doesn't involve killing anyone or yourself, do it, because that's the only thing that you don't want to do. Anything that's going to be a nuisance to society. So, as we say, a nuisance. You don't want to be a nuisance to society. So until next time, this is it. I think it really is getting dark now, because you can see the difference in my face. You can see the line. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing this space. Know that this is a safe space. There's no bullying, no craziness. You know, although I say be crazy sometimes, there's none of that negative craziness, let's say that. So be good to yourself, and do wear a jacket. Don't be like me. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. All right. Mwah. Thank you so much. Bye.